going on, guys? Obviously it's been quite a while since I've done like a vlog or anything. Just literally this morning I went for a walk, come back, done a little bit of stretching because I've got to train legs soon, and I thought I might as well vlog it, record my workout and just talk over how things are going at the moment. Obviously I've been putting up some videos, majority of them have been off the back of what I've been putting out on Facebook, questions and stuff like that I've been getting. So if you're not following my Facebook page, link will be in below, go check that out. Obviously I do put a lot of stuff up on there. Obviously Instagram, very active on all them. I'm gonna, as I say, try and get more active with the YouTube because it shows a little bit more of my day-to-day and a little bit more personal, I guess, and it's quite good for, you know, I do get quite a lot of comments of things that I do through my day and that helps others, and they think, oh, maybe I should, do you know what I mean? So it's nice. As I say, I've done some stretching this morning, or went for a walk, done some stretching. It's 8:30 now. I've got a client at 11, and straight after my client I'm going to train legs. But before that I've got all of my client check-ins to go over. So my clients check in with me on Saturday because of the fact that there's quite a few now, and you know, I understand everyone's got different times and stuff like that. So what I actually do now is get them check in on Saturday and I review them all on Sunday morning. So that'll probably take me about 2-3 hours. So I'm gonna crack on with that now. As soon as that's done, I'm ready now to get straight down the gym. And I'll take you along with my workout, which is going to be legs today. So, well, lower workout, really focusing on hitting the quads, but I need to do a little bit more on my posterior chain as well. So I'm going to be doing a lot of hamstring work, a lot of glute work, incorporating a little bit of the lower back and stuff like that, just because I don't want to really create any imbalances. And I've noticed that while stretching and doing my dynamic stretches, a lot of it seems to be in my hamstring and glutes, so they certainly need strengthening. My quads need a little bit more development as well. So I will take you along with the day, and as I go through the day I'll update you with other things. I mean, after that I will be literally hitting legs, client legs, coming home and studying. I've got a essay to be done. Well, it's got to be in within the next 2-3 weeks, but I do like to really, with the essays, to me it's important to do your research, because you know, because you create the structure, whereas with an exam or you kind of like random questions, it's a bit randomized, whereas with the essay you create it. So it's quite important because you've got a direction with that. So for me, direction's powerful because it means I can just focus on it. Well, I'm actually doing homeostatic processes, so it's all about homeostasis, which is your body and other, you know, living things generally have homeostatic processes, which are just basically what keeps them alive. I've decided to go with body temperature and basically water retention in a sense. So it's more to do with like the sodium content and how your body reacts when you have high amounts of sodium, low amounts of sodium, and of course the body temperature thing. The two things that are quite important, and I think by doing the research already I've got quite a lot of value and understanding out of it, so that excites me. So that's pretty much how my day's going to be. I'm going to try not to bore you too much. I will show you my meals as well. My meals are pretty bland, they're alright. They're just normal bro foods really, to be honest with you. I do have like a breakfast pancake thing, cake, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to show you how to make it, but I will show you what it looks like, and maybe a video as time goes on I'll show you how to make it. It doesn't take long, but it's a nice little treat to have. So catch up with you soon. Right, so as I said, I'll show you my meals. I'm literally still doing client check-ins now. It's about 10 o'clock, so I'm going to be training at about 12:30. So I'm going to get my first meal in. My first meal is this like protein cake thing with a bit of oats. I'll show you it. It might not look very appealing, but it's very filling and it definitely hits the spot. But so this is it here. Yeah, I'm using my ironing board to work on, so I'm standing up because it's leg day. So on leg day I find it very difficult to, like, if I'm sitting down I don't get the same effect in my leg workouts because my hips are really tight and it takes ages to warm up. So this is like the little cake, so as you can see, like the consistency of it, it's quite cake-like, and then you get this little bit in the middle, so it just takes away the dryness. I mean, this is what, 80 grams of oats. Inside that is 80 grams of oats, 1 egg white, 40 grams of whey protein, 20 grams of smooth peanut butter. All of that is about 608 calories, 47 grams of protein, 61 grams of carbs and 18 grams of fat. See it on there? So yeah. So I mean, it's quite high in fibre as well, obviously, because of the oats. So basically, instead of having a normal bowl of oats, what I decided to start doing was getting this cake in, because it just creates more volume. It's a lot more filling than eating a bowl of oats for me personally, and I've noticed massively that it's curbed my cravings as well as my hunger. Obviously, as you get leaner, you know, you start to notice your hunger increases and stuff like that. So little things like this make a massive difference, and it does generally taste good. So I'm going to get that in me now. That's going to be basically my pre-workout fuel. I'm probably, as I say, going to train about 12, half 12. So probably not going to get another full meal into me till about 2ish. So nice filling meal, 600 odd calories. Gonna go hit legs, and I'll take you along with me. Honestly, if you like oats but they don't fill you up, you've got to give this a go. I probably will put a video up just to show how it's done. It's so simple, it's just as quick as oats, and it's just much more effective and much more filling. Right guys, so I'm back with a voiceover. I just thought I'd talk over this a little bit more, just so that you can get a bit of an understanding of what I'm actually doing. So what I'm doing here is a few dynamic warm-ups. The reason why I do these before my workouts is because my hips just get so tight recently, especially from sitting down quite a lot, driving a lot, you know, things like that. The hips just get so tight, and it does have such a negative effect on your workout. I highly recommend giving this a go. I'll start off just going from side to side, just opening them hips up. And then, as you can see, some kickbacks, some rotations. It's just to kind of get the joints moving, everything nice and warm. You know, the muscles obviously get fired up a little bit, the body temperature raises. It's just a good way to begin a workout. I highly recommend it for a lower session, because I've noticed personally that since actually doing this, my workouts have definitely got better. You know, I'm going in there feeling good, feeling strong. Muscles are warm, you know, ready to go straight away, instead of going through a couple of sets and feeling a little bit iffy. So I highly recommend giving it a go. Today I obviously trained legs. I've definitely enjoyed going in the higher rep ranges a little bit more. Something I really highly recommend is just finding something that you enjoy doing. Don't always be focused on what others are doing. That's one thing I've been trying to get my head around, is just focusing on what I enjoy, which is just hitting the reps and getting a good feel for the muscles. We'll just kind of cover a little bit what I am doing with the squats here. So recently I've struggled with quad development, and I've realised that it is due to the way that I've been squatting. So as you can see here, I've got a lot more knee flexion going on. My knees are travelling slightly over my ankles, which is obviously allowing me to use my quad muscles a little bit more. This photo will show a little bit better what I'm talking about. So as you can see, you know, my knees, there's a little bit more of an angle there, and what this is allowing me to do is actually drive through the quads a little bit more, and not so much on the posterior train, because a lot of the time I was using my glutes and hamstrings, and I was really feeling it in my lower back. I mean, these are the reps that I'm doing now, and what I'll actually show you after is the reps that I was doing previously. So as you can see, there's a lot more hip flexion involved. My knees aren't travelling as far over. And really I'm pushing out, driving out here with majority of the glutes, hamstrings and lower backs taking a little bit. So since making this change, my quads have definitely developed. Here's 2 reps of how I was doing it. As you can see, not much knee flexion involved, which has made a massive difference. Moved then on to some hack squats. Really enjoying these, to be fair. You don't really have to go massively heavy on these. I like to just really focus on getting that stretch and that squeeze. I tend not to lock out the knees. A lot of people seem to lock out on the knees, and you know, it obviously takes the tension off of the quad and puts all that weight straight onto the knee itself. So it's not ideal to be locking out. Really try and just keep the tension on the quad, especially if that's what you're trying to focus on. As you come down, drive through them glutes, the hamstrings, get a good feel for it. Just try and understand what muscles are being used throughout the movements. I mean, with the upper body, it's quite self-explanatory, but when you are coming to the legs, you know, I mean, it is self-explanatory with the legs as well, but lack of knowledge definitely doesn't help. And I found personally that learning all these different things have made such a difference to my leg development and the way I'm actually training. I actually supersetted the hack squats with some seated calf raises, as you can see. All higher reps today. I really enjoyed going higher rep. I feel like when I'm lifting heavy, although I do try to lift as heavy as I possibly can in these rep ranges, but I'm really focusing on contracting the muscle, getting that squeeze. I can't stress enough how much I enjoy training this way. Whereas when I was, you know, more focused on just doing 3 reps, 4 reps and stuff, I did enjoy it, but I kind of come out not feeling how I wanted to feel. And you know, although lifting heavy does have its benefits, so does feeling good when you come out of the gym. And I'd much rather get excited for a workout and do something I'm going to enjoy than just be focused on trying to hit numbers. Because to be honest with you, when I think back about how I feel about it, hitting numbers don't mean nothing to me. My main focus is just to enjoy my workouts, get the heart rate up, lift, you know, what I can, get some solid tension in the muscles that I'm trying to work, and really just start to learn how the body works and how it adapts. I went straight on from there. I went to some seated leg extensions. I actually warmed up after I'd done my dynamic stretches. I warmed up on some leg extensions and some leg curls just to warm up the quads and the hamstrings, which also helps quite a lot with squatting because you're basically prepared. I supersetted the leg extensions with some static lunges. So what I actually done was 15 leg extensions, and I've done 8 static lunges. Really focus on driving from the front leg. The back leg's more of a spot. It's more to keep you balanced. Really drive through that front leg. Really push through the heels, and you'll find that that front quad's really going to get a lot of work done to it. And you know, it does really build up. That tension does really build up. I like to lean into it also because I feel like this puts a little bit more weight onto that front leg and just helps me just kind of get that contraction. As I say, with this, I really do focus on just getting that contraction as I would with any other muscle group, and that's what's made me realise that this is what I prefer doing. I finished off with some posterior chain work. I mean, with this, really just getting the stretch in the glutes and the hamstrings. I'll be honest with you, I am not very flexible at all. That's why I'm taking very little amount of movement to actually get that stretch in the hamstrings. It's quite bad, really. I definitely need to keep working on my mobility, but it's one thing that I am really focused on at the moment, and it is starting to pay off. But as you can see, I'm barely moving here, but it felt like I was miles away, which is the crazy. So I just finished the leg workout. It's pretty brutal, to be fair. I've got a really solid pump in my legs. I'm really enjoying that side of training, to be honest with you. I've been kind of up and down with my styles of training when it's coming to strength, you know, hypertrophy, which is really my preferred, and I definitely prefer working in the 8, 12, 15 rep ranges without a doubt. I just enjoy it more. I feel more focused, more motivated in the gym, and just get a better workout in general. But it is 3 o'clock, around 20 to 3. I've not eaten much today, so I just got this in, cyclone bar chocolate, got peanut butter, very tasty. Puts my macros at around 70 protein, 80 carbs and 25 fat, so I've obviously got quite a lot of macros to play with, plenty of calories left. I've just trained legs, so I do need to get a decent amount of carbs in me, and I'll just take you through the rest of the day what food I will get. I am going to do a walk later again, so got to make sure I just keep up with these cardio sessions when I can. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Literally just got back from the gym. As I said, I'll show you my meal. So post-workout meal, I've gone with 50 grams of chicken. Remember, I just had that protein bar, so I've had protein. I've got half a pack of basmati rice, and I just threw some broccoli rice in there as well. So just show you, as you can see, got quite a lot of volume there. Broccoli rice is a lifesaver when you're cutting. It just bulks out the meal so much, and obviously with the fibre content as well, it just fills you up that little bit more. Highly recommend it to anyone who's trying to bring down their carbs a little bit, or trying to place their carbs in other places like around their workout. But this is going to be my meal. I need to get a few things done, and then I'll catch up with you later. 20 to 6 now. Just finished writing up some plans. Basically what I've been doing is just moving over everyone's training routines into next week. So with my clients, not only do I help them with their nutrition and stuff, I also set out quite a lot of their training plans. I do this week by week so that they can obviously see their progression, and we go by our previous sessions moving forward like that. But basically what I've got now is something I've been working on for quite a while now, and it's not finished yet, but kind of got a bit more of like a database and a bit of like a hub coming on, so that clients can basically, I don't want to talk about it too much because where it's not finished yet and there's so much going into it that, you know, I don't want to kind of give away too much. But basically I'm creating something, or not, I'm not creating it myself, but I've got something being made that's going to completely change things for me and my clients. I do believe it's a lot easier to use. So what I'm doing at the moment is I've got a few clients that are willing to kind of use the template for a little while, and they're going to go on that today. So, well, starting from next week. So what I've done is I've just moved all their workouts and stuff over to that. I mean, it's going to make things so much easier, and I'm really looking forward, and I'm really excited to get going. I want to show you it, but I'm not going to show you it just yet because it will all come out soon. Probably late next month, I do believe. I think that's when it's going to be all complete and that. So that's pretty much what my day is going to be. Well, how my day's been is just been working. I don't really count it as work. It's just fun. I just enjoy doing it. It's just, you know, it gets the brain going. I love writing plans. I love kind of talking to my clients, and you know, as things pick up and I get more clients and I get more people that are more educated, less educated, you know, it's nice to be able to give a bit of value to others. So really enjoy doing it. I'm going to crack on with this, get this done. As I say, it's 20 to 6 now. So once this is finished, I probably am going to just have a little bit of some chill time. I'm going to crack on with my essay and stuff tomorrow. I'm not going to bother doing any research this evening. I might do a little bit of reading, but I'm not going to be taking any notes. I'm just going to be going over things and just kind of like putting it in my head. And that's it. I mean, I will talk to you guys in a bit about what happened with my prep and stuff, because a lot of people have been asking me, am I competing, am I not? So I'm going to go over that. It will only take a couple of minutes, but I don't want this vlog to be too long, but it's going to be. So if people don't like watching it, I don't give a shit. There's some people that enjoy watching them and some people that don't. So it probably will be long, but I'll explain it in a bit. But I need to crack on with this, get this done, and continue. Right, so I've just finished my walk. It's 8:15. I've hit 12k steps now, so pretty happy with that. Literally finished up now, everything's done. I've got 2 more meals left, which are going to be, I'm going to have 2 whole eggs, 1 egg white, some mixed veg, and then I'm just going to have a massive bowl of oats with some protein and some peanut butter, a little bit of cinnamon on there, green tea, just to finish off my macros. I'll finish at about 160, 170 protein, 250 carb, and 55 fat. So it's all coming along well. As I say, I mean, I am pretty lean at the moment. I'll just show you that. So see a bit of a physique update. As you can see, abs pretty clear. Started to get veins. You know, it's not really, upper abs are really tight. Still staying pretty full. You know, bear in mind this is no pump. Trained legs today, so most of my blood's in there as well. But yeah, midsection's coming in quite tight, chest is full. So I mean, physique's pretty much there at the moment. Obviously I was prepping for a show, and to be fair, I literally found out about 2 weeks ago that we need to check in on the day before. So every other time I've competed, I've checked in on the day, and I've had no issues, of course, because it's on the weekend. But unfortunately, due to university, where we have to check on a Friday, which is in Margate, and I am at uni in North London, it's a 4.5 hour drive from North London to Margate, and I'm in the lab on the Fridays, so it's an assessment every Friday, and obviously that goes towards my overall grade. Now, it's a hard decision to make, but I had to prioritise my university, of course, because it is, at the end of the day, you know, the reason why I'm doing it is so that I can learn and become better. I don't want to get into the habit of skipping stuff. And I think, you know, sometimes you do have to make these decisions, and don't get me wrong, I am the type of person that would without a doubt try and get them both done. And I did think of so many ways that I could try and do them both. I spoke with a lecturer. She was like, look, you can't really miss it. It's not a good idea. And obviously, being in a lab quite a lot, I understand why, because you do learn a lot. But you know, there will be other shows, there are other shows, there's other opportunities. I'm still going to continue with my cut. I'm still going to continue to do my cardio because I enjoy it. I feel good doing this. I feel good eating the way I am. I feel more energetic. I feel more focused, more dedicated. My body's changing. Everything's just better. I feel like I'm on track more. And I'm really getting the most out of my workout. So, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Can't compete in this show. I will find another show. I might find another show. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But that's where I'm at. I'm calling it a night now. Gonna upload all this stuff, get some editing done, get some food in me, and then chill out and watch Netflix. Peace.